Hey everyone, I'm Johnny, and this is my co-host Connor.
Hi, and welcome to our new podcast, Dad Shoes.
Have you ever wondered where a dad joke comes from?
Or had dads just seem to have the right wisdom for the moment?
Or you're just trying to figure out what your dad was thinking. Maybe you are a dad and just need to hear,
Hey man, us too.
well, we're all learning what it's like to wear the dad shoes.
We would like to invite you to join us on the journey. But, first things first. John, you got a dad joke for us?
So, the other day, I was in the bathroom on the scale, and my wife comes in and she catches me sucking my stomach in, and she says, honey, it's not going to work. And I said, well, sure it is. It's the only way I can read the numbers.
Ho ho! You got another one? I'll read one.
You read one. You got one for me, Connor?
Did you know that dolphins have existential crisis too? They wonder if their life has any porpoise.
Oh, I was wondering what happened to Existential Crisis 1.
A man walks into a bar and has a drink. The lucky jerk. Because we're all in quarantine. Anyway, your first joke had to do with the bathroom, so let me ask you this. How's your TP supply holding out?
You know what, man? We're good. I mean, we haven't bought TP since this whole thing started because we shop at Costco. There's
There's like 4 packages in each one.
Right, and each package has like 12 rolls. So 4 times 12. It's 40.
That's a lot of rolls.
And we still had a sleeve of rolls. And then we still had some in each bathroom. So it's like, okay, we're fine. Come on, guys. How long does it take you to use 12 rolls of toilet paper? I mean, is it going to take you a month? I think you're doing it wrong, if that's the case.
Hey, everybody has their own way, you know?
I hate to be like that, but yeah, man, it seems that's the case.
You never know. I haven't checked on ours. I feel like, we bought 2 packages at Costco when this whole thing started. 2 packages because that's what they would let us. And I wasn't even there for toilet paper, but everybody else was buying 2. So I thought, hey, man, why not,
Right. That's the thing that I heard.
Everybody else is getting it.
Right. They end up getting TP because everybody's doing it.
You never know. I feel like this might just have been some kind of cruel joke, and I want to know who started it.
The TP?
Yeah, I think this was all just a prank, that somebody just started convincing people that they needed to buy toilet paper, and now it's completely out of hand. But who started this? How did you get that information out, that TP needed to be hoarded right now?
It's funny, I was listening to Snacks. I don't know if you've heard any of their stuff about it, but their sales have gone through the roof because you can't keep that stuff on the shelves. Though the sales may have gone up, they're going to stop. They're going to bottom out completely once all this is done because people have started hoarding toilet paper
Overstock.
Yeah, and then now it's not like it's a lettuce. You hoard lettuce, okay, well, it's going to go bad in a couple of days. You're going to need to replace that.
Yeah.
TP doesn't go bad.
Nope, not at all. So we can't blame big toilet paper. This probably wasn't them because they would have foreseen this fallout afterwards. I think it was just some guy, some group was just like, hey, let's start buying all the toilet paper in preparation for this pandemic, and we'll see if anybody else follows our lead. Because we live in Florida. We've been through hurricane preparation. And
right.
Toilet paper does not fly off the shelves for hurricanes.
No, it doesn't. Costco's sold out of water, toilet paper, paper towels, Lysol wipes, Clorox wipes, all that stuff.
And chicken.
And chicken, overnight.
Just chicken. There's still beef. There's still pork.
Yeah. And it's just baffling that would happen. The water, I understand if you are used to stocking up for a hurricane,
you buy water.
The 2 things you get is water and gas. That's it.
Yep.
You'll get some non-perishables, but water and gas, those are the 2 main things that you've got to fight to find before hurricane season. But this isn't some weather event that might knock out power for weeks. You will have all of your amenities. You just need to maybe get a little extra food, maybe make sure you've got all of your medications, and if you're out of cleaning supplies, get some more.
This is the one thing, though, we were paying attention to the news before all this went down, and I think we were seeing other countries shut down, and maybe we just didn't understand what shutdown meant. I think people were imagining that stores were going to be closed for a period of time, and if there's one thing you don't want to run out of, it's toilet paper.
I mean, it's understandable.
To give them credit,
yeah.
When I was in line at Costco, buying toilet paper. Everybody in line agreed that this was the dumbest thing that we were ever doing, but we were all still doing it.
Huh.
We were all still standing right in line.
When was the last time you had gotten toilet paper?
It was time for us to buy toilet paper anyway.
Right.
But I wouldn't have bought 2. I would have just bought 1. And it's like, okay, well, let's get 2 because everybody else is getting 2. And then my grandparents got 2, and then you sell it to your family members.
Really?
No, we didn't really sell it to them. We did try to give it to somebody as a gift, like a quarantine birthday gift.
They didn't like it?
No, somebody else beat us to it.
That's hilarious.
The joke had worn off. Somebody else beat us to it. But they did really appreciate the toilet paper.
The one thing I did stock up on was wine. Not because I'm afraid of running out of it, but every once in a while, Costco will do a sale on cases of Estancia Cabernet. And we got it, the first time I tried it was at my uncle's house for Christmas, like years ago. And usually it goes on sale just before Thanksgiving, and they'll have it until Christmas or just, around that time. So we'll get a few cases at the end of the year. Anyways, a buddy of mine called me. He moved away from the Costco. So our Costco right down the street from us is the closest Costco to him, and he lives an hour and a half away. So it's like,
that's a sad life.
yeah, he's started
rough.
using Sam's. But so he's like, well, get me some of that. So I got him 2 cases. I've got 2 cases. Well, I only have a case left, but
Did they put a limit on it like they did the toilet paper?
not that I saw. And it was earlier. It was before this was a big deal. Like they did. TP had already started selling out, and I thought it was hilarious because people are going in there for toilet paper, and I've got 3 cases of wine.
Priorities.
But, yeah, really. We don't stock up on stuff. I mean, even during hurricane season.
Now that it's limited supply, though, when I run out of a toilet paper roll, I feel it. I'm like, oh, man, there goes one more.
That's funny. You have 2 cases.
I know, but we keep them in the garage, so I don't know how many are left. I have no idea. I know I bought 2 cases maybe a month ago when this whole thing started. I don't know how far we've come. And we're in a house with 3 people, and my wife and I are home all the time now, using the bathroom.
I mean, that's the bigger thing. Like, okay, so my family might use 12 rolls of toilet paper in a couple of months. But now that everybody's home, I could see that being a little bit quicker. Maybe you use that in a month. But I'm not home. For me, nothing's changed. I still go to work.
Essential worker, you.
Yeah, really. I mean, it's cool. It's just, I need Clorox wipes. We were able to find some disinfecting wipes today. Kirkland brand.
I'd feel better if I could find some more.
Yeah.
We've got some, and we have tons of bleach, but, it would be nice to have one more disinfecting wipe canister around. So we'll keep an eye out.
It'd be nice. It'd be nice to have some Clorox wipes.
It'd be nice. So we're home a lot more, and I know you're still going to work, but your wife is home with your kids. That's kind of the same, though. Like, she was already kind of on maternity leave.
She was on maternity leave starting in mid-December because MJ was born on our anniversary. And if she was going to go back to work, it would have been early to mid-March. And that has since passed because now all of this has happened. I don't even know if her daycare is open. I was talking to our mutual friend Bonnie, and she's still working at her daycare. So
our daycare is closed. The preschool that we send our son to, the one that's at my church, is closed. And they've asked the parents a couple times, like, hey, if we reopen, would you send your kids? And the parents are saying no. I don't know that I would send my kids. We've kind of gotten back into a routine at the house. Now that, I'm home all day and my wife's home all day. So we live with my mom, and she is in the high-risk category. She has had lung issues before. Right. And she is an essential worker. She works in the survey business, which has been deemed essential. And
infrastructure, man.
Yeah, she owns her business, so if she doesn't work, then she doesn't get money. So she's been going to the office. The good thing is she's there pretty much by herself. There's one other guy who's been coming in. Her partner comes in, but they can sit far enough away. We've kind of gotten into the swing of things at home. It is still stressful, and my son is probably watching a lot more television than he really needs to be. But we're both working full time.
Yeah, and I saw what you posted on Twitter. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah. Rainy day, you know what that means. My kid's going to watch the same amount of television, but I'm going to feel less bad about it.
Because you know what, man?
What are you going to do? Yeah. It's raining. What are you going to do?
It's raining, and it's not like you can just go to the mall. or the library,
Yeah.
or
No,
somewhere.
and it's starting to get real hot around here too, and my son is noticing it, and there's a time limit to how long he will put up with that.
And he's not a South Floridian by birth.
No, he was born in North Florida. He used to be, if we could be outside, that's where he wanted to be all the time. I mean, that's what he wanted to do, and now it's kind of like, nah, I'm over this. It's 90 degrees outside. Let's go inside for a little bit.
Right, in the shade.
There's only so much you can do inside with a 2-year-old.
Yeah, we're having that same problem.
My mom comes home from work, and there's new configurations of blue tape on the ground because we're just, setting up tracks for him to walk on,
so cool.
and we're putting tape down to say, like, hey, can you jump from here to here? And this kid, he's got a long jump.
So I'm going to stop you right there because my wife did kind of the same thing. I came home one day from work and there's lines of tape where she's done the same thing. Okay, jump from this line to this line.
Yeah.
And then there's like steps or zigzags and stuff going down the hallway. But what I want to know is, can your son jump? Like, can he legitimately jump, or is it more like a big step?
He can do a standing long jump, 2 tiles.
Wow.
Like a standing hop.
Like 2 feet.
I'd say it's a little bit longer than 2 feet. You've seen the
Yeah.
tiles in my home, although it's been a while. They're probably, around 15 inches.
15-inch tiles, 12 inches.
14 inches, 15 inches, more than a foot. So he can jump 2 tiles away.
Wow.
I mean, he's got a long jump. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Does he always want to do it? No, not at all. That worked the first time for maybe 15 seconds.
Really? So like he'll jump and then I'm done.
He'll do the track, once. We've
Okay.
got several pieces of tape from the door to the living room, and he'll jump from spot to spot. But it's the attention span of a 2-year-old.
Yeah.
Like literally a 2-year-old. So he'll color for 5 seconds, he'll jump for 15 seconds, he'll eat a bowl of cereal for 30 seconds, and then he'll watch TV for 2 hours.
Yeah. That's the worst, man.
That's the scary part. Sometimes when we put something on, he doesn't watch it the whole time. It's easy to get him to go do something else. And I will commend him. His variety of television has grown in this experience. Before, it was only Toy Story. That is all he wanted to watch. But we've pretty much expanded to all of Pixar right now.
Oh, that's good. I got to tell you, man, I'm just going to throw this out there. Onward, awesome. That was so good.
That instant classic. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, you know what? It's funny because I knew that Tom Holland and Chris Pratt were doing a movie together. And I knew it was animated. And I totally forgot about it. And then it was Onward and Trolls World Tour, I think, came out at the same time.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I was conflating the two. Like, they were the same movie. And you're like, hey, man, this is such a great movie. So then I decided to actually watch it. And I loved it. And I still forgot it was them. Because it wasn't until I actually remembered, oh, wait, that's Star-Lord and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Now I see it. And it's funny, when you listen to the movie and you watch it and you're like, looking for Spider-Man, you can kind of see Peter Parker and Ian. It's pretty funny.
And I'll admit, I'm a bit of a crier in movies.
Dude.
I really don't. I try not to show it. You get a tear every once in a while, and this one definitely.
Oh yeah.
My wife, she tried to catch me, and I'm just like, nope, no, what? Watch the screen. You're missing it.
I relate hard to Barley.
Oh man, as an older brother, I'm sure you do.
Right, I'm the older brother. Not that I'm a screw up. My brother's more successful, and none of that. I just relate to it. Like, we tried our hand at D&D, and we want to get back into it.
Yes.
You and I. My brother's not really into that. That's not what he does.
No, he makes sets for a living. You don't think he wants to make sets in his free time?
Right. His wife would probably really be into like the map building. I bet she would love it because she does that stuff for fun apart from work. But then, we're just such different people. We were never really close. We got closer recently in the last, decade. I don't know. I just relate more. I'm the big older brother. He's the skinny little brother, I love that kind of lore stuff.
What's weird is, so I'm the younger brother, but I think I kind of related more to Barley as well. Just because between me and my brother, I'm the one that's more animated. I'm the one that's more just
True.
out there doing weird stuff. My brother is definitely more reserved and more quiet. Unless, you got to put him in the right environment.
He can be a trip.
Oh, man, he so is. And I wish he knew that more often. But I definitely related to Barley a little bit more, just as the more out there, do weird things brother. So I heard you mention this movie, because it came out about the same time. And I love, by the way, that these studios are releasing them to view at home, because it's so awesome. I would pay so much more money for this, but they're giving it to me for these streaming services.
Right, they could charge you an extra, I don't know, shoot, $10. If they charged you $10 a month extra, okay, sure.
I'd probably pay that.
Because I'm going to spend $10 for me, $10 for my wife, so at least $20. And then because I'm going to the movies, I'm going to spend $30 on soda and popcorn. I like to have a popcorn.
It's just what you do. I get Milk Duds every time I go to the movies. I have to have Milk Duds. I don't share them with my wife. She doesn't like them. So it's not like I'm not sharing. She just doesn't like Milk Duds.
I'm that way. And if there's snow caps, my wife has to get snow caps.
Everybody's got their candy.
Exactly. Look, I love snow caps, but I like my money more than I like my snow caps. And I don't want to spend $10 on 3 ounces of chocolate chips. You know? They're not that good.
So a lot of people have been trying to imagine what the post-coronavirus world is going to look like. I really hope the post-coronavirus world has new movies coming to streaming platforms or some other way that I can watch them from home. It's tough to get to the theater, and it's so nice when you can just watch a movie in your pajamas.
I don't remember what I was listening, but I've been thinking about kind of the same thing. They said that there is no reason why they don't put them onto streaming services quicker, or they don't release them straight to it. It's just kind of the way it's been done. So there's this like unwritten rule that you wait 90 days after it comes out of theaters to release it.
Yeah, I remember hearing the same thing.
It may have been from Snacks. I mean, it makes sense that like there's a lot in the movie industry that's just kind of, this is just how it's done.
This is just the way it's been.
Right. And it's fine. I mean, I get it. When something's in the theaters, you're going to make more money at the box office than you will on DVD sales, right? But then it's in the movies for, I don't know, what, a month, 2 months?
Yeah.
And then sales start to taper off. Okay, cool. So then you take it out of the movies, and then you wait 3 months. Well, 3 months it's not a long time, but it's not tomorrow. So it gives you time to like, oh, you know that movie that I didn't ever see in theaters? It's coming out now. I should get that movie. Okay, now I'm gonna go spend $20 on the DVD because you got to get the DVD and the Blu-ray and the ultraviolet and the whatever.
I have to buy Blu-ray.
Yeah, I only buy Blu-rays now.
I only buy
and
Blu-rays.
Not because I'm snooty and I think Blu-ray is better, because I don't actually think it's that much better. The whole quality of everything is that much better, and I don't want to have DVDs and Blu-rays because they come in different size cases.
Yeah, whose idea was that?
Right, so they don't stack the same.
Convinced myself that it's better quality. I could not give you an example, but I've convinced myself that it is.
See, my issue is that sometimes you get the soap opera effect.
If your TV is too good for your DVD...
Is that what that is?
I think so. I don't know what the exact thing is, but it's like when your TV and your player just can render the picture so well that it overtakes the quality of the video and makes it look like a soap opera.
Yeah. I don't like that.
You need a worse quality TV if you want to watch it and make it look better.
I'll change the setting. I don't get that.
I just put up with it. I never noticed the 90 days. Like, when it came to movies coming out, I never noticed 90 days. To me, it always seemed like movies that did really well in the box office felt like they took longer to come out on Blu-ray and DVD.
But I think that is a thing.
Movies that did poorly, they just kind of stuck them out as soon as they could, and maybe that is a thing. It just always felt like that way to me. But maybe what it is that the movies that did well in the box office that I really liked, I was really ready to see it again, and it felt like it was taking forever to come out on DVD and Blu-ray. Where the movies that sucked, it's just like, oh, well, here it is.
Right. I think both of those things are correct.
You know what proves the rule too? Onward. Onward did not do well in the box office, and it went straight to Disney Plus. It came out during the coronavirus, though. Right. Nobody was going to the movies. You got to give them credit for that. It's not like people didn't want to go see the movie. It just, nope, they couldn't. They wouldn't. The movie theaters were closing.
Right. One of the things that I think about this new corona economy is going to stick around. We like to play board games. And we'll get together and have a little, game night.
Yeah.
And the way it's been recently, we can do that every night. I think that this is something that's going to stick around. I thought about this a while ago. If you do all of your work already on the computer and you don't need to be with people, why would you go out? Why would you go to the office? Just go telecommute. It makes sense for a lot of people. If you're going to sit yourself in your office all day and not talk to anybody face to face and be on the phone and be on the computer, then just don't leave your house. Just do it from home. So I think a lot of that, now that we're seeing it's doable, we can make this work. I think we're going to see a lot more telecommuting. Mm-hmm. We're going to see a lot more working from home. We're going to see a lot more people hanging out online.
It seems to be, you can't believe everything you hear on the internet. But,
Sure.
You're hearing that pollution around the world is going down. Like air pollution is going down. Air quality is better. And look, I can't verify that myself. I saw it on Facebook and it makes me feel good.
I've heard it from multiple sources.
I've heard it a lot. And like the world seems to do better when we all just stay home.
I love riding my motorcycle. I love driving cars. I love the sound of my engine. I like that stuff. There are people that like it. So I don't want to say just cut all that stuff out outright, because first of all, there's a whole lot of issues with replacing it and all that jazz. But, I get enjoyment out of that stuff. Maybe we could cut back.
It's a too much of a good thing situation.
Yeah. Like maybe we don't all need to be driving 7 miles to work every day. Or driving, I've heard people that drive a couple of hours to work every day, and I cannot fathom that. Bless your heart, man. For me, it boils down to, can you do good? And if so, why not? Why wouldn't you? Mm-hmm. We know, without a shadow of a doubt, nobody is arguing that heavily polluting cars make the air quality suck. Like, they make it stinky and yucky and nasty, so we get that. Right, so why can't we do things that are going to make that better? Why would you not want to?
Yeah, forget about climate change for a minute. What I know, the dolphins are happy.
Yeah.
And that makes me happy.
Dude, anytime the dolphins are happy, I'm happy.
And when the Miami Dolphins are happy, I'm a little bit happier.
Oof. Yeah, man. I'm a lot a bit happier.
So let me bring it back to movies for a little bit, because this is another thing you brought up, and I wanted to touch on it. You mentioned at the same time that Onward came out, the Trolls movie came out. And let me tell you, that is a children's movie that I will not intentionally show my children. We have an Amazon Fire Stick, and it's on Amazon right now, I think, and that's why I'm seeing the commercials all the time. They sing cover songs, and they just found out that there's more than one genre of music in the world, and that's just rocked them. And I'm not going to show this to my kids. My wife might. I'm not going to show it to my kids because my kids might like it, and I really don't want this movie to be in their rotation. Anyway, all that to say, are there other children's TV or movies that you refuse to let your kids watch?
Yeah. Hardcore. You know it. You know which one it is, too.
I know what you're going to say.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Did you watch SpongeBob growing up?
No.
Did your brother watch SpongeBob?
No. It was on.
It was a little bit after, because I'm your brother's age, about. It was a little bit after. Like, if I was watching SpongeBob, I was too old for it.
Right. I don't have a problem, because I loved the Magic School Bus. When I didn't have to stay to do a show in high school, I would come home at like 2:30, 3 o'clock. I'd turn on the Magic School Bus because it was on. I didn't really want to watch TV. I just wanted to chill and not do anything for a little bit. And it was mildly educational and amusing, and it was actually pretty good.
SpongeBob is not educational at all. You're comparing apples and oranges.
What I'm saying is I didn't mind watching kids stuff. I loved Doug. Doug was a great show. I think it's about the same targeted audience.
Yeah. Doug's a bit older, though. Like, it was a full-on 90s show.
Yeah, but it was good.
Until Disney got its hands on it.
Disney got their hands on Doug?
Well, they brought it into the early 2000s. It wasn't as good.
I don't remember that. Well, that would explain why I couldn't find it anymore. Like, I thought it went away.
Yeah, it moved to
That
Disney
makes sense,
Channel.
and we didn't get the Disney Channel. It's kind of like Family Guy to me. I don't like Family Guy. And every time you or my brother show me a Family Guy clip, I think it's hilarious. There are tropes with these characters that just like, they're funny. They're genuinely amusing. But the show, like the whole show is like, this is dumb.
I don't actively watch Family Guy. I don't think I ever have. When I was younger, if I was watching something and Family Guy came on after it, I might leave it on. But it's not something I actively seek out. There's some funny moments, but Family Guy is one of those, to me, it just goes a little too far. And not like too far as in content, like I'm offended by it. It's like, okay, you've really buried this joke in the ground. Yeah, and I feel kind of the same way with SpongeBob. It's just dumb. It's just dumb. It's a dumb show. Like, it really is. And I've watched SpongeBob, and I have laughed at SpongeBob before. But it's a dumb show. I appreciate SpongeBob memes. I'll say that. SpongeBob memes are pretty funny. I don't like SpongeBob memes when people show them to me, even though I may actually. But just because I have to show them that I don't like SpongeBob for real. Well, I got a quick content rec for you guys. If you have not watched Community, it is on Netflix right now. I used to love that show. We watch it with friends. I still watch it every year. I'm actually currently going through a rewatch of Community. So if you have not watched Community and you appreciate good comedy, check it out on Netflix. Spend some time during this quarantine on your couch.
Check out Community, check out Onward. But thanks for hanging out with us today on The Dad Shoes. We'd really appreciate it if you would share this with your friends. Help us get the word out. If you enjoyed our podcast, you can reach out to us on Twitter at Dadshoepod or email us at dadshoespod@gmail.com. We want to know what dad topics you want to hear more about. We'd love to hear from you. We also would appreciate it if you would leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to podcasts. Thanks for hanging out with us today.
Bye.